Hi everybody, how's it going? It is your friend Lygia in October if you follow me on YouTube, Art for Lygia if you followed me on Insta, and if we are friends and are connected on Facebook, it is Lygia Mancia. And of course, my invite is always out there. Come join Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists on Facebook. They're an awesome group. And okay, so it's a little bit past 8:30 on Sunday, March 29th. Yeah, because tomorrow's Monday, the 30th and the 31st. And I cannot believe that the month of March is gone. What I am here today is to make a birthday card for a friend. And I've already picked out some things and I already have an idea. So I'm going to be using this cut out of a vase that I did from a gel print. And then of course I cut it out. And I've been saving some of these. I really liked how this one came out. It's springtime, so if you can see, this is the outline of one of those seeds that got like a little wing. That I don't know what they're called, but you find them all over the streets from where I live in my neighborhood. And 2 years ago I picked up a bunch of them and did some gel printing with them. So that's what I'm gonna make her, is a birthday card. And I took a little bit of time, let me see if I can find, to figure out what would be good for a background color, because as you can tell it's kind of dark mostly, and there's some, I'm not gonna say weird, but they are not I guess I'm not gonna say common, but I don't even know how I selected these colors, but it is an iridescent jewel, like purple, violet, some pink from the seeds, and then I used I don't know if this was phthalo green. Doesn't look like a hooker's green. And then I also used, as you can tell, I don't even know what color it is. Was it maybe like a iridescent graphite from Liquid Tux? And then of course it was a little dark, so I took a white acrylic marker pen, probably Posca, and I outlined it, and then you can really see it pop. So I used my color wheel, which I think I need to use it more often. And I have some foundation, I say, sense of the color theory, but mostly I pick out colors by intuition, and sometimes they're good and sometimes they're awful. So we have to fix them. But on this one, I really wanted to find the right background, and I didn't know what to pick. And originally I thought a yellow or an orange background, because the violet it's opposite on the color wheel to yellow, so it's a complementary, right? Let's use the color wheel right here. So right, I did, I think that's where I was kind of going by. I guess I picked red violet to yellow green, which wasn't really yellow green. But if I go to violet, yellow, right? So that's what I was thinking. Oh, I gotta find a yellow background. But then I said, you know, I want a combination of different colors. And so I remembered that there are, I don't know what these are called, types of combinations, relationships, that's what the color wheel said. And so that's where I started experimenting around and figuring out what would be my foundational colors. So I think what ended up here is, was it this one? No, because it ended up being this way. So I think it was this tetrad and this rectangle right here, the points. And so I lined it up, I think, with violet. Or maybe red violet. Probably violet. And then okay, and maybe I need to start from here, which I don't know. Let's see. But anyways, here's my logic. Before we go there, and then it throws me off. Violet, right? I know this is not really violet. I mean, it is maybe purple. And so then when I looked at the other corners, that's where it gave me blue. It gave me yellow. And it gave me orange. And I thought that was pretty interesting. And so I'm like, okay, well, I don't tend to print a lot in gel print with yellow or with orange. So I was sifting through my prints here. Some I made, some were gifted to me. And this one is pretty. But of course I wouldn't have enough to cover for background. And these are also cool. Here's something with a little bit of yellow and some pink and blue. And here's all my other ones, right? But in any case, what grabbed me was the blue, right? That I didn't even dig through any more further because I remembered I had this. And then when I put them together, I was a little reluctant. I'm like, really? Is that really gonna work? But guys, it does work. It works. And if I keep this blue portion up here on my card, because I'm gonna glue it all here, I think it's gonna go really well. I might even go all the way up here and then over here maybe cover this area with some little strip of other type of color so that I can grab as much as this I think it's a phthalo blue. And here, let me fold this up here so we can get a sense of what it's gonna look like, right? It's gonna work. I think it will work. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Anyways, so now I'm gonna make it my mission to consult the wheel of colors. Yeah, so I'm pretty pleased with that. And then of course it said yellow and orange. And what my thought was to put some flowers on here. And I have some foam stamps from PM Artist Studio. So in any case, I have some flower stamps that I'm gonna bust out in a minute. And I am going to use those that are yellow and orangey to stamp out to stamp flowers, cut them out, and then put them on here. I really like these, and I bet you I can never recreate these again. I can try, but I think this was probably leftover paint. And then I used this grayish blue to pick it up. There was more stuff on there. I think it was leftover. Probably I was doing some, I don't know what I was doing. And then this one was pretty cool. I got all these bright yellow. I was working on a project last year with my friend Lizzie Jean. She is also on YouTube with, I think her channel name is something chaotic art or something. I'll put it on the link too, but she does some really wonderful things, and this one was one of her favorite colors, so we were supposed to use that. I got this iridescent orangey. I think I was printing these for a color combo challenge hosted by PM Artist Studio. And here's another one. And then this one, I did it during the winter time, and I like it how it came out, so I think I'm gonna at least do one stamp of a flower on one of these little doodads. That's what they're called, doodads. And here's some other cool ones with some cool texture. Here's another one, very cool. And then of course this one, which was really a brayer off, and also, as you can see, a little bit of outline of another stencil. And I think those were my flop offs when I was trying to clean the stencil out. So, and probably these color combination came when I was working on that project for my friend Lizzie Jean. So in any case, here's what I'm gonna do before I go further and a whole lot of time passes. Look at that, it's already passed. So I'm gonna set my alarm here. I don't usually stick to it. I always try to say I'm gonna do this in an hour. I'll put it for an hour because tomorrow is a work day anyway, so I gotta get up early. And actually tomorrow I'm going into the office. I'm not working from home because I need to have a in-person meeting. And here, I'm reaching over here to my iPad in front of me, and I'm gonna put in some rando movie. Let me put my glasses because I need to see. Okay, so let me get to some pasting and some chit-chatting with you. Hope everybody's been good. I'm taking a little break from my journal. I am gonna be okay if this is here. I want to capture as much of the blue because I think it's a really pretty blue. So let me use this ruler because this paper is a little old, and I think it'll tear easily. Let's see. All right, let's see. Hopefully you're not seeing my big old head. Let me turn it down. It's a little bit too loud. Can't hear my self-talk. Still cool. All right. And then I want to put this over here safely out of the way. I figured maybe I could do some decoration with some of these yellows, so we're gonna put them over here. So little kids running away. Okay, and then if I'm gonna do this over here, here is what it's going to look like. Maybe I use glitter glue around the edges so that if it starts lifting, at least the glitter glue is gonna hold on to it really tightly on. So, don't matter. It's just white. So I got my little silicone mat here, which is really useful, so. Okay. All right, we're gonna just slather it on, slather it on. We're not gonna be stingy with the glue so that it doesn't start to dry up quickly. And all right, there we go. All right. All right, now I am going to use glitter glue around the edges. Ooh, there we go. All right, let's paste this here. Let's glue it on. I'm gonna use a card over here. Don't take a look at my number. It's an old card, so even if you see the number. Oh, it's okay. We're gonna do some edging. Am I gonna want to paste anything behind here? Oh no. Maybe. Okay, how about we set this to the side? Okay, I gotta figure out, pick my, I gotta pick my stamps, my flower stamps. Do I have flower stamps here? I don't think I do. Oh, I have these, but those are not the flowers I want. No, no flower stamps are in here. Oh, okay. One flower stamp. It's a little dried flower. These are cute, but not there. Or maybe I could do this like on the bottom. All right, I gotta find these. Oh, here we go. I found one flower. I need more flowers. These are not the best organized. It was a good idea when I started with a smaller collection, but now it has grown. These bunnies are so cute. Here, I'm gonna take this one because I'm gonna do a to and from. And the rest of the tiny little stamps, I think those are cherry blossoms. Here's another one. Hibiscus. No. Okay, we're gonna use these that I found. Here, what I'm gonna do here is I do want to get one of these here. So let's just try this out. I'm gonna use my less than white stamp pad here because one day I did the rookie mistake. Didn't really test out, make sure my stamp was clean. Of course, it had ink from another color, so it made it impure. Let's see. We are gonna capture this one. Hopefully you guys can see and are not cut off. Need some hydration. It's getting to have nice texture. I'm gonna use this stamp, this one too. So I'm trying not to stamp. I think I only got room on this one for a few flowers on the top without covering everything up. Oh, that one is pretty. All right. I'm gonna try the gold. Let's see how this one comes out. Let me try it with one of these small ones. Oh, this one came out cute. Shimmery, shimmery. Maybe I'll do another one on the blue. Maybe these will be my flowers right here. No, I need more orange or yellow. These are cute. Okay, let's go to another. Otro. This, I like this. I think this would come out really cute, but I think on this one, I do need to. Okay, we're gonna have to clean one of these right here. Because I'm gonna use black. Ew. The white ink stinks, and I need a stamp cleaner. All-purpose stamp cleaner. Look at that. Clean, clean, clean. I wonder where my other flower is. Just be careful. Don't over scrub because it's still foam and you could muck it up. Uh-oh, like I'm doing right there. And I think the best method to clean these is with some dish soap. I usually use Dawn soap with under some cold water, and it cleans them up pretty good. So here's the one I'm going to use, chalkboard, not charcoal. Look at that. Soldiering on. This might be too blue. Okay, I really wanted that one to work, so let me go for You know what? I think I'm going to seal this because this way I don't have to fuss around with worried that I'm going to smear it. I'm going to use this Distress Glaze, which you just apply over it. You have to be careful not overdo it, but it seals it in. Oh shoot, with these long nails I can't. Okay. Here we go. Probably under the right circumstances it would. And I had happened that so once you apply this, that's it. You can't apply anything over it. You can't even glue anything on top of it. I did that mistake on something else, and I had a hard time getting anything to stick. And Okay. Maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ink this up. Okay, I'm being extra. I know I said I wasn't gonna do a whole lot, but I do want to, because then this one is gonna go up here like this. I think I said like this, right? And then this one is gonna go should it go like this? Maybe that's what I'm gonna do right here. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do over here. That's all right. It's gonna be glued down, so it'll be okay. It's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Like this. Yeah, like that. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm liking that. And then I think I am gonna be cutting some of these over here. These gold ones right here. I'm gonna have to first glue this one right here. It moved like this, okay. Excuse me, sir. How do I know that you're not going to be wanting to take that award for yourself? Okay, should I do this blue or gray? I tend to like gray. Pumice stone. I'm looking at my Distress inks. Stains. There's this one, but it's white. It's not going to show. Or I have pink. I have this Salvage Patina. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to be done. I got 10 more minutes left. And this. Glue, glue, glue. can't put it back because I already put that buff. I don't like how I do. All right, whatever. That's it. I'm not going to put any words in front of it because I consider these that if people hopefully like them well enough, kind of like my sister does, she frames them. That's up to them. I think I really like it. And again, I would not have chosen the background color if I had not consulted the wheel of colors. I think that's it for me, guys. I am going to wrap this up, and I thank you very much for watching. Lygia in October here, Art for Lygia. If you want to come check out my art, Lygia Mancia, if we know each other and you want to connect. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you later. Bye.